Please key in your attendance. Still got 4 of you all haven't keyed in your attendance. Another 2 haven't keyed in your attendance. Please key in. Okay, so I'm not going to wait for the rest. You have another 5 minutes to key in your attendance. Okay, so we want to find the sign diagram for f prime x and fx. Okay, f double prime x. So when you do f prime x here, you'll get e to the power x, correct? So obviously, you put it equal to 0. So it's impossible, correct? So this is impossible. So actually, you don't have to do anything to it. You know that. You know, by the way, e to the power x is always greater than 0. This is the true fact. So that means in this case, fx is without turning point. So the sign diagram for f prime x will be, there's no turning point, there's no stationary point, so always positive. So this is, you interpret fx is always increasing. So whatever I wrote down in red is extra, okay? You don't have to for this question. Okay, then for f double prime x is also ex. So f double prime x sign diagram will be always positive also. So this implies that fx is always convex. So you see, when we talk about convex, we have 2 parts. Go down and go up. So that means you choose the left-hand side or the right-hand side for this case.
Right.
Right-hand side, because it's always increasing and always convex. So you know the shape of the fx graph is like that. Am I right? Okay, that is for fx. Okay, let's go for gx. Gx is 3 minus 5 e to the power negative x. So g prime x will be negative 5 e to the power negative x times negative 1. So it will be 5 e to the power of negative x. So same story as f prime x. So g prime x, it will never be 0. So there is no stationary point and it always positive. So this also implies that g prime x, gx is always increasing. Okay. So from here, okay, then we go to, wait, one by one first, g double prime x. It will be 5, copy down the whole thing, times by the derivative of the power. So you have a negative 5 e to the power negative x. So this is always less than 0. Am I right? So your sign diagram will be always negative. So it means this implies that gx is always what? Concave. So when you talk about concave, you have two parts. So you tell me the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Is the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
Right.
It's the left-hand side, correct? So your gx graph is like that. So this one, we call it is increasing with decreasing rate. This one, fx graph is increasing with increasing rate. That means the graph becomes steeper as you go. So you have to give a geometrical interpretation. So all the one in red is the geometrical interpretation. Yep. When you talk about geometrical interpretation, you are talking about the shape. You get me? So I answer part C already. Can I move to part D? So from the two side diagram, we know that fx is increasing with increasing rate, and gx is increasing with decreasing rate. Okay, so we go to part D. Part D, you are supposed to find the point of intersection. So this is our gx. Am I right? And this is the fx. So there are 2 points of intersection here. So we equate fx equal to gx. So you have e to the power x minus 3 is equal to 3 minus 5e to the power negative x. So still remember how to solve this? What do you let e to the power x be equal to k, correct? Then you try to solve it by yourself. That is how you find the point of intersection. They have the same x and the y coordinate. Fx equal to gx. So everything times by k. Yeah, ln 5 and 0, you are right. So this will be the, so when x equal to ln 5, so we want to find the y. So the f ln 5. So we know that e to the power x is equal to 5, correct? So 5 minus 3 equal to 2. So this is the intersection point. Ln 5, 2. And this is the other intersection point. Okay, I can just replace with 1. So this is -2. So this is 0, -2. So there is your answer. So you have 2 points here. This one is, I think this one is 0, -2. And this one is ln 5, 2. So when you sketch the graph, you showed all the important feature. So if you use your graphic calculator to help you to sketch, correct, what you can do is, since you know the intersection point already, correct? So you can put your x minimum as less than 0. You put -2. And your x maximum, okay, ln 5 should be 1 point something, correct? So you put x maximum as 2. Then you do a zoom standard, a zoom fit. Then you should be able to get the answer. You should be able to get a nice graph. This is the x-intercept for. So the graph should go in this way. Here is this is your y equal to fx. So important feature, you have to get the x and the y intercept, okay? Here should be ln 3. Yeah, and the other one is I think gx should go in this way. And you have to mark the important feature here. This point is ln 5, 2. Okay, this point is 0, -2. You label nicely. This is fx, this is gx. If you have color pencil, you can use color pencil. Okay? Are you okay? So this question, this is our question, correct? Later on, I will link it to integration. Yeah. Okay? Any question you want to ask further? So the rest, can I leave it to you to do? Okay, question 14, I will explain tomorrow, okay? Have any one of you tried the curve property exercise I upload in Times? Did you go and download the question?
Yes.
Not yet.
I have that.
Yeah. So if you have that and there is an answer, you can understand, correct? Okay, if you don't have any problem, I want to go to the last exercise. That is 3D.2 before I go to kinematic. 3D.2, you have 3D.2. Just now that one is 3D.1. Huh? Yep. Okay, 3D.2 is a matter of, if I give you the f prime x graph, do you know how to sketch the fx graph? Do you have issue or not? Do you look at example 11? Hello? Okay. I'm going to challenge you. Okay, I'm going to give you the f prime x graph. Okay, this is the f prime x graph. Okay, there is a stationary point here. I called it A. And here I call it B. And it passed through the origin. Okay, so now, can you sketch the fx graph for this one? Anyone got the fx graph already? For this one, we ask you to do the fx graph, right? We will give you 3 marks. 3 marks. Okay, I will tell you A and B are stationary point. Okay, this information will be given. Three marks, you have 4.5 minutes. Okay, anyone got the graph? You can share with. Anyone got the graph? Okay, someone have sent the graph. Okay, someone have sent the FX graph like that. Agree? Okay, do I need to explain how to get this graph? If I have a student who give me graph like that, will I mark it wrong? Will I give all the 3 marks for these 2 students? So you have to label clearly. If you don't label this, you won't get the mark. Okay. Whether is first one or the second one, you will get full mark. The reason is because I didn't give you the function, you don't know the position. So it's up to you, wherever you want to put along the y-axis. Okay, do I need to give you the explanation how this graph come about? Okay, so for those who cannot see, what is important is you have to know the shape of fx. So what you need to do is draw the sign diagram. You spend time. Draw the sign diagram for f prime x. So when you draw the sign diagram for f prime x, because I give you f prime x graph. So this is the x-intercept. So you mark it down here. The graph of f prime x is above the x-axis, so it's positive. The graph of f prime x is below the x-axis, so it's negative. So therefore, if f prime x is positive, imply fx is going up. So you see the graph of fx is going up. Then after 0 is going down. So I know the shape of fx graph is like that. Up and down. This is my fx graph. But it cannot be straight line, right? So I do the f double prime x based on the fx, f prime x. So the stationary is here. So I mark down A here and B here. Because f double prime is the rate of change of f prime. You get me? So f prime x graph is going up. For this part, going up. See? So f double prime will be positive. Yeah, until A. After that, from A to B, the f prime x graph is going down. So f double prime, the rate will be negative. Then after B, it go up again. So it's positive. So this is showing that my fx graph, okay, convex, then turn to concave, then turn to convex. You see? So you got the shape. Then you put into here. That is how I sketch the graph. If you just look at the graph like that, you go crazy. So the position is not important, but the place where it change the shape is important and where it turn is important. So with the help of f prime x and f double prime x sign diagram, you automatically can sketch. After you got the shape already, then only you put into the graph. Are you okay? Hello.
Yes.
Shall we try exercise 2D point 2, 3D point 2, question 2A. 3D point 2, page 78, question 2A. So you follow my method, you see whether you can get or not. You try first, huh? While I'm drawing this. If anyone got the graph, you can send it to me. Send it to the group. Let us have a look at it. Why this is more difficult, is it? Because the shape don't look like something that you have seen before. You see, I purposely put an A there. There is a purpose, huh? And at the point x equal to 1, right? This point also very important, this one. Are you okay? Someone have sent it. I have almost done the thing already. Okay. So you see, you got the side diagram of both. You can analyze part by part, then you draw. So concave and decreasing. So you have to go like that. right? So you join the three parts together. You understand how I analyze? So you look, huh? So I want to let you know certain thing. You see, this case, I can say F prime 1 is equal to F double prime 1 is equal to 0, right? Hello?
Yes.
So you see, if if the same number appear in F prime X sign diagram and F double prime sign diagram, so this is telling you the point is a stationary point. And this one is telling you is an inflection point. So these two add up, what do we call this point? Horizontal inflection point. Are you clear? So that means at this point, when you draw, correct? When you draw, okay, now I'm going to draw the fx sign diagram, fx graph. So from there, it go up. At 3, it will be maximum. So up to you. Your position is not important. So maximum. Okay. Then it continue to be concave until you come down to point A. So up to you. How you want to draw it. Okay. I draw until here. Yeah. Then after that, it turn convex until it come to point 1 here. Okay, so I just roughly convex. So here is the horizontal. Let it go flat like that. Then after that, it get into concave. So all this position is very important. Clear? Hello? You get me? So now if I want to draw the F double prime X, so I base on this sign diagram, F double prime. Negative means it must be below. Pass through this point. Pass through this point. Below. So this is my Y equal to F double prime X. So this is my Y equal to Fx, the green one. Okay, I write it in green. Y equal to Fx. So this will be, if you look at here, this will be quartic, degree 4. Degree 3. And this is degree 2. Okay? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, now. Can I? Now, if I give you the Fx graph, okay, I'm going to give you the Fx graph. The inflection point is at 2/3. And this point is 2. Okay, this is the Y equal to fx graph. So now I want you on the same axis, draw the f prime x graph. Okay, point A, B, and C. Okay, C is the local minimum. B is non-horizontal inflection point. And A is horizontal inflection point. Okay, now sketch the graph of y equal to f prime x. Second one, sketch the graph of y equal to f double prime x. So same thing, you draw the sign diagram also. Based on the fx graph, draw the sign diagram of f prime x and f double prime x. And from there, only you start to draw the other graph. So there are two important points you have to put it down. That is 0 and 2. Why? Because of this word and this word. It's telling you that f prime 0 is 0, f prime 2 is also 0. Okay? Negative, positive all the way, then positive. Yeah. Okay. Then f double prime x, from the word inflection, you know that f double prime 2/3 is equal to 0. F double prime 2 is also equal to 0. So you put down 2/3 here and 2 over here. Convex, concave, convex. Are you okay? Okay, I got all this ready, then only I start to transfer this onto the graph. Okay, so my graph of fx have to pass through 0. Have to pass through 2. Have to turn at here. And also need to turn here. Turn here, turn here. So the graph is below the x-axis. After 0 is above the x-axis. So it go up because here is positive. Until here it turn. Then after 2/3 it go down. Until it reach here. At 2, it turn again. Here. So it turn. So the shape must be go like that. Then you go all the way up. So this is your y equal to f prime x. Are you okay? So your f double prime above the x-axis pass through this point, pass through this point. Above, below, above. So you have no choice, have to come like that. Are you okay? So it's the reverse of just now that one. Am I right? Okay, Anat? Hello?
Yes.
Okay? I hope from the way I explain here, you can get the idea. Okay? So please continue to practice. We have the application side to do. Okay, any further question? If not, thank you, class.
Thank you, Ms. Do.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr.
yeah. Yes, Rachel?